Psalm 9, verse 9. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. Hey y'all! So this video is going to be about how to find a hair vendor. Yes, a lot of people still don't know where to find a hair vendor. If you're someone that is on social media, you follow a lot of different businesswomen, I feel like you should know where to find a vendor by now. But I'm just gonna drop the ball. I'm gonna spill the tea. A lot of people don't like when people put other people on, which I don't understand. Cause guess how I got to the position I am today? Someone put me on. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna put others on. A lot of people will get mad and why would you tell everybody where to find a hair vendor? I block them off. I do what I do, and I want to help others because that's one of my main goals, to help other people, especially women, start a business. So why not tell y'all the source, the secret, right? So first of all, before we even get to the exact location, we are in 2020. We are in 2020. One of the biggest things that we have access to is the World Wide Web, the internet. A simple Google search, so let's say you want to sell 100% virgin hair. Simple Google search of 100% virgin hair will take you directly to hair vendors. Hair vendors are everywhere, y'all. If you pay close attention, you can honestly find a hair vendor on Instagram. As a business owner that's been in business for over 3 years, selling hair, beauty items, and much more, wigs, which I have one on right now, HD lace, but in our straight hair. I always end up doing that, y'all. It's just in me to just show, because a lot of new people be watching me, don't know what I'm like. Anyways. So what was I even saying? Oh, so as someone who's been in the business for over 3 years, a lot of hair vendors email me, message me, buy my hair, we have this in stock, showing me pictures. They want you to buy their hair. The internet is one of the main ways to find a hair vendor. A simple Google search, that's it. That's all. You'll find plenty of vendors, but just because you find those vendors doesn't mean that that's your vendor. You have to test the hair. You always need to test the hair when you find a vendor. You have to test the hair. There's no other way around it. You cannot buy a vendor list, which I don't recommend, and just go ahead and say, oh, I got the best hair in the world because I brought this vendor list from the top of the best of the best. First of all, 99% of the time when someone said a vendor list, in my opinion, it ain't the real vendor. I don't believe it. If you ain't showing screenshots, receipts of stuff that you done brought from the vendor, if you're not showing those information, I don't believe that it's your vendor. It's probably your top 3, but it ain't your number 1. So that's just my opinion. So if I'm ever going to buy a vendor list, which I doubt, I believe that I would have to see the receipts, okay? I know that I will need to see the receipts. Simple Google search can bring you to a hair vendor. Instagram can bring you to many hair vendors. And last but not least, where I found multiple of my vendors, because I don't have only one vendor. I do have backup vendors, but I do have a number 1 vendor. Alibaba.com is where you can find almost everything. A lot of clothes, lashes, a lot of the things that people are selling is from Alibaba.com. Yes, we're in a pandemic right now, y'all. If you want to start a business, I want you to go on Alibaba.com and search up the thing that you want to sell. Because best believe you can do it, okay? I believe that everyone can succeed. We all can get our bag, get this coin, and The source is there, y'all. It's all this information is online. I'm just bringing this message back up to someone who probably never heard about Alibaba.com, but that is where a lot of the top sellers that you see out there are getting their vendors from. They're getting it from Alibaba.com. They have, oh my God, tons and tons of hair vendors from all over the world. India, China, of course, even the US. You can filter that out to be a US vendor. It is all there. So Alibaba.com is where I found my very, very first vendor, which I love, which I use today. That is the vendor that I give out when I do one-on-one hair courses with a customer, with a client, with a student. When I do one-on-one classes with a student, that is a hair vendor that I give out. But it isn't the hair vendor, and I make that very clear with everyone who buys my one-on-one, that it isn't my number one vendor that I'm using now. It is one of my top 3 vendors, but it isn't my number one vendor. I make that very clear. Because I personally don't think I'll ever sell my hair vendor. You gotta give me like basically $1 million to get my hair vendor. That is like the Krabby Patty formula to me, okay? Because what will set my business apart? A lot of people don't understand that. What will set my business apart if you're selling the same hair as me, right? I want to have the and it took me a lot of time to get this vendor, y'all. So why give you guys a shortcut when it took me some time to get a vendor? That's typically why a lot of people are stingy with their vendors, because they took time to find their vendor. You know, they took time, they took energy. It costs money because you have to test the hair out. So imagine testing 5 different vendors and you choose none. You done lost 5 different vendors worth of money. So it is something that isn't shared a lot in the hair industry, but what is shared today in this video is that Alibaba.com is where you yourself can find your own vendor, can test your own vendor, and succeed in the hair industry. But the vendor that I use today isn't on Alibaba. That's the crazy thing. They found me on Instagram, and it was like an instant connection. It was like an instant connection, y'all. Like they messaged me, and I loved what I saw with their pictures, and I loved what I saw, and I decided to test the hair out, and I immediately fell in love. They were sweet, they were kind. You want to make sure you're friends with your vendors, and that's how I found my hair vendor, y'all. It was that simple. It was that simple. And that's the hair vendor. That's one of my top vendors that I use today. And once you get into the industry, y'all, I just want you guys to start. Once you get into the industry, you'll learn so much more. I know you doing your research. I know you staying up and paying for vendor lists and doing all. The answer is within the industry. Get into the industry. You'll learn everything that you need to know once you're in there. Don't expect to learn everything before you start. Just start. Go on Alibaba, search for the things that you want to add to your website. Start your business. Don't procrastinate. Do what's going to make you successful. If this is your dream, go for it. Go hard and believe that you will succeed. Okay? All right. That is how you can find hair vendors and so many other vendors on Alibaba.com. It's that easy. Alibaba is like the Google for business. Honestly, it's like the Google for business. So definitely don't sleep on this information. Go do your research, figure out what you want to sell, and get to it, okay? Okay. What I want you guys to do is comment down your businesses down below. I would love to support, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people would love to support your business. Comment down below, and mine will be in the description box. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching how to find a vendor on Alibaba. Okay, so I will see you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, join the DC fam, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. Peace.